Let me ask you something. Until now, who was talking? We were. We read code, Python listened. Then Python give us the output. For example, what we will print? Print hello world. We give the instruction, Python simply followed it. But what if we want the user to tell Python something? For example, what's your name? How many rows do you want to process? Database should I connect to? API should I connect to? How can Python ask these questions? That's exactly what we will learn today. Remember variables? A variable stores information like name equal to Lavuri, coins, and levels. Previously, we learned that. But here is the problem. We hard coded the values. Every time the program runs, the name will always be Lavuri. What if every user has a different name? Should we edit the code every time? Definitely not. Instead, we will ask the user and store whatever they type inside a variable. That's where input comes in. What is user input? User input is a way a program takes data from the user. Imagine you are using Instagram. It asks for your username. Amazon asks for your delivery address. Swiggy asks what do you want to order. Those apps are not guessing. They are waiting for your input. Exactly the same happens in Python. The program asks, the user answers. That's why I make an here. So it allows interaction between the user and the program. Okay, I am reading again that point. Whenever those apps are not guessing, they are waiting for your input. Then after they can be communicate with you. Then what they do, the program take those answers and the computer store that answer. Think of it as conversation. Like user speaks, Python listen, and Python responses just simply. So whatever you view the instruction, it think like it's a Python code in the computer. It will be take your response and sorry, it will take your inputs and then it will give to some response to you. So like that way it will works. Python shows your input how it will be happens in that process. Let's move on to the input function. Input function. Python has built-in function called input, which is used to take input data or information from the user. Like its syntax is variable and input function. In that input function, you must be use double quotes and write prompt message what you want. Let me give you to simple example. It's like a just like a print function. Print shows something. Input asks something to us to do something. Okay, so that's the easiest way to I will give to you one easiest way to remember. So print talks and input listens what you want give. Okay, now let's write our first input program. So I am writing here, so then you can easily adopt this. I will change to color. Okay, name equal to input. In that input I am writing the your name and then I close it. Yes, like this way. So this is the variable, right? We will compare to our syntax now. So variable name. So what's our variable name? Name is our variable name, and input function I wrote. So observe here blue color. So this is the input function I wrote, and in that function a prompt message I wrote enter. Sorry, I wrote the spelling wrongly. Okay, we will change that. Okay, right, enter your program. Like that way input function works. I will give two instructions now how it will be input works. In its input works, so input pass the program. Okay, input pass the program and wait for the user type something. The value entered by the user is stored in the variable on the left side in that name. Okay, in this name it will be stored on that. We will move to the online compiler, then we can easily adopt that example. So name equal to input. In that input I am giving the prompt message enter your name. Okay, now I run this program. Now we are giving the dynamically instead of previously what we did. So name equal to Lavuri like that way, but now we are computer program asking for us. Now I am giving the information some Ravi. Name is Ravi. So what that, so this Ravi will be stored in this name. Again I run the program, what will happen? So now I changing the name, so Banu. Now you see, so it's asking again and again. Now I want to print that name, so simply print that, print name. Now I run again, it will ask again to me the name. So now I changing to the Nani, it will display to the Nani. But previously what we did, so name equal to, statically we did, so name equal to Lavuri, right? So we did like this, and we printed that value only. So it's not asking for us randomly, it's just simply that prints the static name only. So that's why input function came as dynamic purpose, we are using the input function. Okay, let's breaking out the syntax clearly again. So this name, oh, wait a moment, I will commenting, I will remove the name. Yeah, this name, so this is the variable, whatever the user types it will be stored. Input function, this is the input function. So the function waits for the user. Python literally passes here until unless it doesn't move to the next line until someone types something. Okay, next, enter your name. This is the prompt message, it's simply a message shown to the user, nothing more here. Next, I will give to you one wonderful processing to how it will be actually work behind it. So first what we will do, so program runs, then program ask input. If you have 10,000 lines of code, okay, 10,000 thousands of lines of code, in 10,000 of lines code, there are 7 input functions. Remember, think like that, 7 input functions. It stops every function, it stops 7 times, it will be stop and ask you, then only it moves to the next one. What if you type something, then only it's go to the next line. Okay, user type something and press enter. Okay, then Python store the input in the variable. After that, program uses that input where whatever you give the input for the future. This is the how it will work internally. Real example, let's build something a data engineer might actually use. So I take into the table name, input, and enter table name to load. Okay, this is the simple example, right? So now we will run this in here. So now you are a data engineer, today you are loading something. Okay, so now I am writing that program, table name equal to input. So input function, I am writing the prompt message, so enter table name, right, to load. Now we want to print that and press enter. Okay, just we want to print that table name, so print. Right, let's we will run this program and press enter or something. So now Python will ask us and Python will be stopping it here. Now I am doing today I am loading the sales data, sorry, sales.csv file or sales underscore data, like that way I am thinking. Okay, so now sales data will be entered. Now I am making this multiple times. Okay, so remember, notice something important, the variable did not exist before. The moment I type the value, Python stored it exactly like variable from the previous lesson. Whenever the moment I type the value, then only variable it will be stored. This is the important point. Now let me give another example. I told to you, if you have hundreds and thousands of lines, until each time it will be asked. We will do that example also. I am copying this, just table name we take, right. Now I am taking the API, loading API name, oh sorry, API count. Okay, now we will take API count, how many APIs today we want to connect. So just writing the input. In this input, what we will do, enter API name. sorry, API count. API count today, APIs count. We are processing data, and next what we are doing, which database today we want to connect. Data db connect equal to input, enter db name. Now we are print this. Let's move on to the one by one. So enter table to load. So sales data. Now sales data, enter API count. How many APIs do you want to? uh, so let's take 50. In real time we won't connect that much of APIs. Okay, so enter db name, mysql database. Let's see it. So we printed only sale, that one. Now I want to print API count and those and all. Again I want to run that. Let's take a 1 second. db connect. Okay, I again giving to the information. So customer data, 20 APIs, and mysql db. Let's see what's happening. Okay, t here. Yeah, let's see customer data 20 or 30. Okay, so mysql data. Let's see. So all the information, until unless you type something, then only it's go. If you have 10,000 lines, millions of lines, if program detects input function, it will be stopped there and then ask to you whenever you provide the information, then only it goes to the next point. Okay, let's move on to the one important real-time database examples. So those are the just a simply explanation I provided here. So how actually we will connect this, connecting to here table name. And if I take into the pipeline, so the pipeline real time, the pipeline shows the prompt message, enter table name on screen, and whatever we loaded the data, the sales data and the customer data, and press enter, then that loaded database will be I mean that file will be shown to us like that way. Just simple explanation I provided here. Next, move on to the mini conversation. This is also one important. Let's make it interesting. Imagine you are building a pipeline. Instead of editing the code every day, Python asks enter source system. Okay, like db, API, and file. Okay, just you type mysql db, so Python stores it. Then Python asks enter process date. You type some date, so some today's date or tomorrow's date, it will process. Now both values are stored inside the variable. The pipeline can be use them later. That's exactly how many automation scripts works. Okay, let's move on to this. Like that way, if you want that practically do this, I will do a practical here. So let's move on to the example here. So first one, what's the first one? So enter source, like so. This is the actually a real time one. Okay, so source equal to input, enter source system. Next question what? So next one is the APIs, right? So enter date. Actually one of the date module is there, we will learn out later because that's also very important. We don't try wrote manually, it will be automatically we will selecting that, we will learn that one also. So process date, right? Process underscore date. So now we will give the instruction to here. So format also like the like this way, enter date, and format we will want to display something. So month, dd, and yy, this format they will be enter. Now we will be print on that. So print source, whatever you wrote it will be displays on it here. Print again, I'm printing, and processing, process date. now now I am writing this. So which source I am processing. So that's what the API. Okay, API price today I am processing, and date like think like this way, 23 and 01 and 26. Okay, like this way it will be displays on it. So like this way it will in real time we are working on that in databases. Now let me say one thing. This is the very important point at the time of interview, and also by default. So input always returns a string. Okay, we learn already data types. Okay, this way. So if you enter a number, it is still stored as a string. I will give show to you how it will be internally works to you. Now this one. Okay, actually now I am making one more thing here. Enter record count, right? Record underscore count equal to input function, think like enter count. Enter record count. Let makes it simple. So now I want to print, and I will show to you it's actually how it was storing. It's a string integer storing or string storing. So print input function stores in format of string. Okay, let's move on to this API, and then some 12 month, right? 12th month, 12th and 26, like that way. Okay, it will be storing as a string. I have not given to the hyphens also here. So enter record count 20. So let me check it will be how it will store it. Actually it's an integer, right? Now it will be stored an input because of sorry, not input, string, because input function takes anything as a string. Okay, if you want that we will convert it. I will tell to you in next video. Typecasting concept is there. We will change input to integer. Let's we will be check. So we already know type function is used to check which data type actually it's. So in that function, type function I wrote. Now okay, I will be run this program. Now it will be we will show sorry, first we will be remove these things. Otherwise we will wrote again and again. It's 23. You will see it's an string. Okay, actually it is an integer, right? So it by input takes as string. We will convert it in later upcoming video. Okay, just you must be try this in format. Okay, 1000 entered as in string. We actually we wrote that, but actually we will convert like this way, then only we will be reading on all that. So where do data engineer uses input? So choosing the source system for injection and the databases, and also entering date range from the data extraction, selecting file path or folders, setting batch size or limit, asking enrollment for development, testing, production, and entering API endpoints or tokens and specific batch sizes. Those and all these values change from run to run. Instead of modifying code, we simply ask the user. Okay, so actually how data range will be work. Today we loaded the today we get 50,000 records. Tomorrow users are increased in our app, so data will be changed. So we not directly goes in the code and we won't change. Simply in the input function we ask, we change that like that way. Okay, so that's it. And remember 3 important points here. Those are the very important. So input function always return string, and numbers entered by user are also stored as string. Use input or float. This concept we will be talk in the latter. This is the very important concept, typecasting. So today your Python program become interactive. Until now you are writing fixed values. From this point onwards, your program can communicate with the users and accept dynamic input also.